Hello, everybody. I'm Richard Demi. This is the Brass Brunch Bunch. I'm trying a couple new audio settings. Hopefully, it sounds a little bit better. It's not liking the way the audio was sounding at all, but I don't want to call myself a perfectionist, but I'm picky. So it's probably far more accurate. So anyway, today Dave isn't going to be joining us because he's got a bunch of other work to do. So I just thought that we'd work on some Clark technical studies, and we're going to play them a little bit slow. And if you're at home, you can play them at half tempo if that makes it a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play each of these 4 times. And if you want to do it at half speed, you can just do it at half speed and join in. One really important thing is when you're practicing, have a metronome on and make sure you're with that metronome. And that's probably one of the most important things you can do to ensure that you actually sound good. So right now it says minimum tempo is 160, and that's do da dee da dee da dee, something around that. And let's try. Ready? And you have to do it at half that speed. That's all right. Do the next one. Kind of keep everything trucking along that fast. Try to play as soft as you possibly can and still maintain a consistent tone quality in between the notes. That's what we're working on. No wop, 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 wop. Keep it all. Da, 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 da. Ready? And a lot of people might complain that this is boring, but do it correctly, and then you can say boring. Really consistent tone quality, like it's a long tone. Here we go. 3. Even though I've been doing these for years, it's kind of a good thing to remind yourself to keep everything moving relaxed, smoothly, and it's more of a mental relaxation exercise than it is a physical building muscles. And number 5, right? Six. And really important thing for both trombone players with the trigger and euphonium players is this really does help you navigate that fourth valve or that trigger. So just nice and smooth. Don't think about what you're having to do. Think about that end result that you're trying to make. Just constant results, not necessarily constant effort. Ready? And number 7. Here's number 8. If you're just joining us right now, go ahead and say hello in the chat. Try to keep track of everybody while I'm trying to practice. It's not a really good idea. But if you're there and joining us, you can join in person right now because we are going live. If you're watching it live. Click the link in the description, and you can join me here online. It would be really good. All right, number 8. Ready? And 9. Ready? So if you're not watching this live, go ahead and throw in the description if you think this tempo is a good tempo for you. If you need to do it slower, I guess you can say that if you're just jumping in and watching it in person, but out of time as well. Let's move right along. Actually, we're going to skip over some of these, and we're going to go straight to the etude. The main reason to practice for me that I actually do these chromatic scales is just to navigate that fourth valve again. But here we have the full etude. Let's see if I can do it in. I can probably get it one time through. The question is, can I do it 2 times through? Lost it there. Oh well. Valves are not working. I'm going to have to clean those out in order to get that better. Okay. Next one, 27. So these, again, very important to do these. A lot of people practice these really fast, but the important part is to try to play this with the same embouchure and just think of your tone being one consistent long tone while you're playing this. If you're able to do that, you're going to sound really good as a musician. So that's what we should be focusing on. All right, 28 next. And remember, we're not going dot, dot, dot. We're going like it's one note. Ready? And got a hiccup. All right. Do it one more time. No, 29. Let's move on. Ready? And next one. And 31. Right? And there we go. 32. Ready? 34. 35. And 36. Ready? 2, 3. So anybody watching this is probably wondering, why am I playing it instead of actually just talking about what you need to do to work on? So much of the time, if while you're practicing, you're thinking about what you need to be changing, you're not really focusing. Um, two things that you really need is focus and depth. So I want you to focus on the sound. I want you to focus on really getting into the center of each of these notes. And I want you to, in order to focus on that, to focus on something, you need to be able to ignore everything around it. So ignore I mean, it's terrible saying this right now, but for right now, ignore if you're hitting the right notes. Granted, that's part of your tone too, but I want you just to focus on the sound that you're making. Focus in depth on just that one thing and work on ignoring everything else that's going on in the world today. Ignore what you have to do after you're practicing. Just sit, calm yourself, focus, and get deep in on this exercise. I could tell you where to put your tongue or where to put your fingers to make it better, but that's not focusing. That's something to think about afterwards to improve. And generally, you need to actually like jump on Zoom, and then I'll hear you play, and then I can give you advice. But taking advice off of YouTube videos isn't the best way to practice. All right, what's the best way to practice? Practicing. So practice with me if you're instead of looking for secret tips, because this deep down inside. There aren't any secret tips. It's about getting really good at practicing, and that's the biggest secret. All right, 37. A little bit of a chop break for anybody at home. Again, if it's too fast, play it at half tempo. 1, 2, 3, and. It was 38. Let's do 39. I want you to think more of a the whole time. 39. Ready? And. Ready? And. 41. We get a lot of people ask me this, especially like we'll take 41 as a prime example. You got a lot of lip slurs mixed in with these, and you're trying to slur. How do you actually deal with that? It goes back to kind of what we've been saying. So many people think da da dee ha, and you get this very big impulse. That's because you're thinking technically about what you have to do instead of thinking musically. So sing it. No 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. Now here comes 42. The answer to the universal question. Ready? And 43. See, the secret is don't look at the wrong one. All right, 44. Ready? And there we go. It's moving right along here. Third study. I'm going to think of it the same way. If we were, I want you to think of this just like you're singing them. Do-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. But I want you to focus on pitch. The pitch of what you're singing. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. So here's 46. Ready? Think of the pitch. 47. 2. Right. Almost made it in one breath. 48. 1, 2. One breath. There we go. It's not like it's that impressive, but the idea of it is play with so little sound and so little air that what you are doing is relaxed without tension and everything's efficient. So the idea isn't to see how long you can last. The idea is to see how efficient you can play. And that happens when you play as soft as you can to see how well it's working. Ready? 2, 3. Nice. 50. 2. There you go. It's nice and relaxed. It was 50. This is 51. You just want to keep those fingers nice and relaxed and your thumb nice and relaxed. Believe it or not, that'll keep the notes from jumping around. The more tension you have here, the more bounces your horn, then it's hard to play anything well. Nice and relaxed. 2, right? Not bad. Not bad. Probably should take in more air. And to be completely honest, it's better to sound good than it is to see how long you can go. So if you need to breathe, breathe. The contest isn't as far as you can go. The contest is trying to get more efficient and less tense. Here we go, 52. 2, right? Yeah. 53. Here we go. 2, right? And oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Let's do that again at half tempo first. 2, ready, and all right. Now let's do it back at the original tempo here. 1, 2, 53. Ran out of air at the end. I should have breathed more often. All right. Enough of that. Seeing if I can do the whole thing in one breath. 57. Here we go. 54. 54. That's what happens when you get oxygen deprived. Here we go. 54. 2, right, and getting a little distracted because I wanted to talk about where it talks about 7th, 6th, 5th position up on the measures 3 and 4 on these exercises. If you're on trombone, you definitely should do them because you can get them in tune. If you're on euphonium, right now I want you to stick with the original fingerings because it's not about the fingers. It's about the embouchure and sounding good. If you're playing out of tune, you don't sound good. So you need to make sure you're playing in tune as much as you can all the time, or else you're just not sounding good. An objective error if you can't play in tune. 55. 2, ready, and yeah, or it's an objective error if you miss the notes. All right, one more time. Here we go. 2, ready, and So playing relaxed, not having tension, should always trump seeing how far you can go without playing. That time I should breathe a little bit more often there towards the end. I think from here on out, I'm just going to do it because I want to just make sure I'm fighting this tension. So I'm going to breathe more often. Here's 57. Ready? And yeah, I could have tried to squeeze it out to the end, but that defeats the purpose of being relaxed. All right, let's just do 2 more here. We'll end there at 59. 2, ready, and there we go. 59. 2, ready, and yeah, don't get tense. All right, moving right along. Just skip through the rest of these so we can get at least through studies, a bunch of these studies. So 66, study 4 is some of my favorite because really what you're doing is you're just working on finger trills. And I always had a trouble with finger trills because I always kind of try to do it as fast as I can, but you never really get any grace in between these notes. It just doesn't sound pretty like if you're trilling on a guitar string or even a mandolin or something like that with frets. It just feels really easy to do and it sounds good. When you pop your fingers, it just has a really nice even trill. That's what you need to be able to do here on these. So yes, you do have to align things, and you can play just as beautifully as any other instrument on these drills. You just have to do it. You have to expect that you can make it that good. 2, ready, and jump the treble clip there for a second. Oh my word, feel really bad missing that end. We'll take these a little bit slower because they're very long exercises. That's what makes them so wonderful. So, take it out. It's good to get the fingers moving again. Kind of what I've been missing from quarantine is sight reading really fast with friends. So we'll just have to settle with these clarks. So again, move. The more you make this shoulder relaxed, the better you're going to sound. And something else that's really important for euphonium players, this shift left to right, If you lean too far to one side or the other, that's actually going to cause tension in your shoulders. So make sure you're sitting straight up and down and you're not leaning one way or the other or leaning forward and backwards. I use a yoga block to keep it at the right height. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... There we go. That's pretty nice. Keep going. 1, 2, ready. There we go. I had to do that. Something has gotten very loose on my horn. That's good. All right, let's keep going. 69. Shake out my arm a little bit. Move the neck around. Decrease some of that tension. And if anybody wants to let me know if my mic is sounding funny, please let me know so I'm not embarrassing myself too much. All right, here we go. Here we go. 69. 1, 2, ready. Yeah. At least I'm feeling a little bit better about these. It's important not to rush these and just keep everything nice, smooth, nice legato, in time, but not panicky in time. Just nice and relaxed is what we're going for. 1, 2, ready. Jumped the gun, lost track where I was. Here we go. It's actually the thing I need to work on the most is maintaining focus. I think I can get deep into what I'm doing, but I can't quite maintain the focus without getting distracted. Focus and depth is what you really need to work on developing when you're doing any type of routine, because it's very easy to go on autopilot, which is kind of what I did just then. So don't go on autopilot. Just focus, be deep, and just be still. Right there. All right, here we go. 72. 1, 2, ready, and so it's very easy when you're practicing to like really focus on, I'm going to play every single note. That's not really what's important. That's not what the audience listens for. The audience listens for how smooth and connected it is. When you're doing this exercise and you have to breathe, I would rather you sound good when you're taking a breath and skip out notes than what I kind of did. I kind of did both there. Sometimes I tried taking that breath and then it was a rush breath. The breath wasn't very good, and then the tone wasn't good when I came back in on the note. So make sure, I'm using me as an example because nobody wanted to join in and join me. Click the link and join me. So you have to hear all of my mistakes and talk about the mistakes. But it's okay because I make mistakes too. And if you think professionals don't, they do. Keep working as hard as you can, because the best professionals don't have a point of arrival. It's the focus that they have to keep on going where they're going. 73. Here we go. 1, 2. All right, 74. Yeah, I think this will be the last one for this exercise, so we can actually move on to the last exercise for some more stuff. Here we go, 74. 2, right, and I gotta. I know it's bad to blast out some of those low notes, but feels a lot better. All right, let's keep on going here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Keeps on going forever. Fifth study. Here we go. Take a look at what we're doing here. What we're pretty much, all that we're pretty much doing. So I'm trying to make the music a little bit bigger because it's getting fuzzy on me. Probably fuzzy for me, it's fuzzy for everybody else. All right. We're basically just working the major scale, except it's easier. 2, ready, and there we go. Pretty easy. Page down. Let's do the same thing on concert F. Big breath. I'm gonna try to make it a point to intentionally breathe every 2 bars, just so I don't get into this place of a little tension and air at the end. Thing I've been working on lately is kind of what kind of H I'm blowing when I'm playing. Kind of like that idea. And if I do that, for some reason, I just feels like I'm a little bit more connected into the tone instead of or something like that that just doesn't give a good sound. All right, trying to find the right H. Ready? And nice. Okay. Yeah, it sounded way better as soon as I started breathing more often. And something else that I want to find is, when you're on a descending pattern, like, that's not really a good place to breathe because there's a lot of cadence there, and you kind of want to breathe in a place where you're already kind of moving. Like if the engine cuts out while you're going up the hill and then cuts back in, you're kind of okay. Or you're coming back down the hill, da 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 dee da 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 dee da dee da dee da dee. It kind of it's a little bit better than da da dee da 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 da. Isn't a really feasibly good place to kind of add that little catch breath. 89. 1, 2, ready. There we go. 90. Ready? 2. Wow. All right. I need to do that again. I totally lost track of where I was, and I lost track of what line I was on because It kind of got blurry. No excuses. No excuses. Here we go. 2, right, and all right, so I totally was playing the wrong scale. That's what was going on. I was playing the wrong key because that sharp kind of looked like it disappeared on me. All right, no excuses. No excuses. Was that an excuse? I'm telling myself, shame on me. Bad. All right, let's look at the key. This one's key of A flat. Not the key of G natural. Okay. Stretch it out. Got a little bit more time left. I'm debating whether we should try to move on to section 6 for kind of like the last 10 minutes, but we'll see. 2, ready, and all right. Keep that sound going. I'm wondering if shaving might help. All right, let's keep on moving. What do we got? What do we have next? A bunch of scales for starters. Did I miss something? We've gone right over it. I guess right over here we've got a break for scales. All right, well, yeah, here we go. This is different. I don't think I've ever played these, so we'll play these kind of slow. Ready? And go. Nice, nice. I like it. Do the next one. Probably could do these fast, but you know what? Let's do them slow. 2, ready, and 125. 1, 2. Oh my word, yeah. Don't lose focus. Stay focused the entire time, right up till the very end. It's really important to do that. All right, so it looks like it is noon right now. So, I don't want to end on a bad note. So I'm going to do one more and kind of go over it a little bit. Hopefully, everybody else will wait to have lunch until we get that, play this one with me. So we'll do it again one more time, just so I can end on a really solid A flat here. 1, 2, 3, and whoa. there we go. So everyone, practice, stay safe, um, keep your chin up, keep playing. There's lots of music to write. There's lots of music to record, and we're gonna get through this soon. All right, take care. Email me, get in touch with me if you have any questions. And we've been doing this every single day, every single weekday since March 6th. So if you're listening and you want to join in, please just follow the link or go to brassbrunchbunch.com and join us there. There's a lot more information over there too. So hopefully I'll see you all in person, or at least on Zoom.